Yo guys, what's going on? It's your boy Blank Online. Today we are doing my Call of Duty tier list. If you guys don't know what this is, I know I'm late to the fucking trend. I know that everyone's done their tier list already, but I want to do mine today. I don't give a fuck if I'm late. Essentially, you got your S tier, which is your best of the best, and then you got your F tier, which is like the shit, right? So it's garbage. So I'm gonna go from every single Call of Duty from Call of Duty 4 up until Black Ops 4, because from COD 4 up to Black Ops 4, those are the only Call of Duties I really played. I have played Call of Duties 1, 2, 3 and all the older ones, but not as extensively as I've played the more modern ones. I sound like I have a couple penises up my nose. I'm sick as hell. But I gotta pump out this video, gotta keep the grind going. But yeah, before I move on to doing this, in the comments down below, I want you guys to be participating with me. So I want y'all to be doing your tier list with me. Every single Call of Duty from COD 4 to Black Ops 4. Let me know what yours list is in description down below. Description, comments down below, and smash like because it helps me out a bunch. But let's get into it. We're starting off again, as I said, with Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Now I'm going to combine Modern Warfare with Modern Warfare Remastered. I'm going to make it all into one thing on this tier list because they're essentially the same game. Raven Software just added a couple different events, DLC weapons. The obviously supply drops were in the game that were in there to begin with. Different maps that were just different weather themed maps. But essentially we got the same game. I love Call of Duty 4. I don't think I have the love for Call of Duty 4 that a lot of fans that were around back then. I started with Modern Warfare 2, so I wasn't really there for the hype of COD 4. But if we're judging the game based on my experiences and stuff like that, as well as my sort of understanding of what that game did in terms of revolutionizing the franchise, COD 4 took Call of Duty to that next level. It introduced creator class, it introduced kill streaks, so you had your 357. It was a game that also took the game into a completely new setting, straying away from the world wars and bringing it into the modern times. I think that the story of COD 4, the campaign of COD 4 was fucking incredible. I love that campaign. The multiplayer as well, I love the multiplayer. I played Modern Warfare Remastered instead of Infinite Warfare that year in 2016, and I fucking loved it. I don't know, just for me as a fan that didn't get to play it in its prime. I did play COD 4 on the PlayStation 3. Obviously it was like 2-3 years after the game was released, so it was like it was dying down. There wasn't that active player base there, but when it was back with Modern Warfare Remastered, I fucking loved it. Even back then, I fucking loved it then as well. COD 4 was an amazing game. As I said, really revolutionized the franchise, so I'm gonna pop it up into the A tier. After COD 4 Modern Warfare, we got Call of Duty World at War. Now, Call of Duty World at War was a controversial one. It was not really what fans wanted. It was a game that went back to World War II after we just got our first instant of a modern FPS shooter. Treyarch took the safe approach, and they went back to World War II, and what they did with that game was they said, what did COD 4 do in terms of revolutionizing the franchise? So creator classes and kill streaks, and let's bring that into what we know works. So they brought those features in to World at War's multiplayer, making it essentially COD 4 with a World War II setting. In that sense, not really revolutioning the franchise that much, but where it did revolutionize the franchise was with the zombies. Now, World at War zombies, that first little Easter egg at the end of the campaign where we got Nocturne on Toten, and then the DLCs afterwards where we got all our other maps, so like your Varuk, Shidonuma, Darius and stuff like Darius and stuff like that, sorry. That in that sense, that revolutionized Call of Duty as we know it. It made zombies a staple game mode. It made zombies such a popular game mode, and the story within that, the Easter eggs you had to do in order to discover the story of that game's zombies game mode, absolutely revolutionized the franchise. But in my personal opinion, wasn't enough to bring it any higher than the B tier, so I'm gonna pop it right there in the B tier. Then we got one of my first Call of Duty, my favorite Call of Duty, and just fuck man, this game, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, took the franchise again to another level. What Infinity Ward did with that game was immense. They changed the creator class where it was even more customizable with just everything, just all of the challenges you could do to unlock different attachments and camos and stuff like that. What COD 4 did with that stuff, Modern Warfare 2 elevated that. Modern Warfare 2 elevated on kill streaks. It wasn't your 3-5-7 anymore. You could have a 9-11-25. You could have a 3-4-5. You could have whatever the hell you want to suit your playstyle and how you wanted to approach each game. You can change the kill streaks based on your particular playstyle, and that just changed customization. The campaign in Modern Warfare 2, the moments in that campaign, some of my favorite moments in video game history, when Roach and Ghosts were gunned down by General Shepard, and you had that first instance of betrayal, and the whole story changed from that point. Incredible. Just the spectacle of Modern Warfare 2's campaign was immense. It was super duper incredible. Modern Warfare 2 is my favorite Call of Duty to date. Even though there were the one-man army problems and a lot of the weapons were overpowered, that game for me, it's just the fact that that game was my first Call of Duty. That game introduced me to the franchise that I'm still loving today, amidst all the problems with it in terms of supply drops and stuff like that. Modern Warfare 2 introduced me to what I love, and for that, S tier for sure. We followed Modern Warfare 2 with another one of my favorite Call of Duties, Call of Duty Black Ops. Black Ops, again, revolutionized the franchise in a way that we've never seen it done before and never seen it done past Black Ops. Black Ops introduced the COD point system, a system where you would earn in-game currency, not to buy supply drops and stuff like that, but to buy weapons, camos, reticles, attachments, everything. Everything you could unlock in the creator class, you unlock through COD points and saving up and buying them and working on it in-game in order to get this stuff. Black Ops also introduced wager matches, which is something I'd love to see in Modern Warfare when that game comes out, or any Call of Duty past that, which we haven't seen since. Wager matches were super fun. You had your lower tier, which you give a little bit of COD points, you get a little bit back. Your mid tier, which you give a bit more, get a bit more back. And then you obviously have your high roller, which you give a lot of COD points, but if you win, you get a lot back. Your gun game, sharpshooter, one in the chamber, sticks and stones. Holy crap, man. Wager matches were so much fun. The campaign in Black Ops as well. Holy fucking shit. That was dope. The Black Ops campaign was amazing, tying it into World at War, making it all into one universe. Absolutely incredible. The zombies in Black Ops as well took what World at War did and then just elevated it to that next level. Black Ops was an amazing Call of Duty. Again, one of my favorites. I'm popping that game in the S tier. We followed Black Ops with the continuation and the conclusion of the original Modern Warfare trilogy with Modern Warfare 3. Now, Modern Warfare 3, to me, has a special place in my heart. Modern Warfare 3 was a game where, I don't know, it was a controversial one because it was essentially Modern Warfare 2 with a different skin on it. Modern Warfare 3 didn't really change a lot. It changed some things. It introduced to us a whole new kill streak system where you had your assault, support, and specialist, and in that sense, that's a really good revolution. I like that system. I want that system to return in Modern Warfare because I think it'll bring something fresh to the franchise again. Modern Warfare 3 has a special place in my heart, which is why I'm going to pop it up into the A tier, and I'll explain a bit more now. Modern Warfare 3 to me was a game where it really introduced me to the concept of creating content based on the franchise that I love. Modern Warfare 3 really brought me together to Call of Duty as a community rather than Call of Duty just as a game I play by myself. Modern Warfare 3 was that first game where I was like, I have friends that I can play with this game with. I have a community that I can talk to this game about. The problems, the new things, the franchise in general. Modern Warfare 3 was that first year where I felt connected to the community. It was the first year where I was like, hey, there's a bunch of people out there that I can chat to about this game. I can make videos about this game. I don't know. Oh, that was disgusting. Sorry. Modern Warfare 3 was, I don't know. It's that game that has a special place in my heart, which is why it's in the A tier. After Modern Warfare 3, we got arguably one of the best Call of Duties to date, Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 was the first Treyarch game to go into the modern and even futuristic setting. Set in 2025, Black Ops 2 revolutionized the way we play multiplayer. It was the first game to introduce Pick 10. Pick 10 revolutionized the way that we look at our creator class. Instead of being forced to choose 3 perks, we could choose 2. We could use 1. It didn't matter, just so long as it fit with our playstyle. If we're more of a running gun, we may want to opt for more attachments to help our guns be a bit more mobile. It really didn't matter how you wanted to set out your score streaks, just so long as you could do it in 10 choices. You could do whatever you want. You could rock up with no grenades. You could rock up with as many attachments as you want, just so long as you have enough slots and just so long as you have enough picks to fill out that 10. You didn't even have to fill out the 10. You could just do 1 weapon with no attachments, no kills, no secondary, no perks, no grenades, just 1 weapon. It didn't matter. Black Ops 2 introduced score streaks, which promoted players playing the objective, because if you guys don't know, capturing the B flag gave you more score than getting a kill in a domination game. So the incentive to do that sort of stuff in order to get your score streaks made the game a lot better, because in previous games people were just going for kills. No one was really playing the objective, therefore it was a bit harder to win games. Black Ops 2 introduced that concept and it was super dope. The zombies in Black Ops 2 as well, incredible. I loved what Treyarch did back then with the zombies, with all the different storylines and the different things coming together. It was super dope. The campaign in Black Ops 2, something we haven't seen since then, the ability to have player choice and have different events just depending on how you play the missions will affect the game later on, which is freaking dope, man. I love Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2, again, building on that sense of community that I had with Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2 elevated that again. And for me, Black Ops 2 has to go into the S tier. After Black Ops 2, we enter into the modern way of Call of Duty games with Call of Duty Ghosts. Now, Call of Duty Ghosts had a lot riding against it. It had to account for 2 different generations of consoles, 2 distinctive sets of players. You had your Xbox, your PS3, but then you had your Xbox One and your PS4. So in that sense, your player base was scattered across 2 different generations. Infinity Ward, what they did with that game is they tried to change too much, and it got a little bit confusing when the game first launched. You didn't have the UAV, you had your sat-nav, which didn't really help with the flow of the game. The ability to have all these different characters and different customization for each characters and different creator classes for each characters as well just made the game even more confusing. I found myself being like, why do I have all these characters? Why does it even matter if one character is a male, if one character is a female, if one character is customized like this? It doesn't really matter. Each class I found with each character was the same. So each character, you had your different creator class for each character, and each character's creator class was the same across each, because I know what guns I like, I know what attachments I like, what perks I like. It was just the same across each. Ghost campaign was really good as well. I really liked that campaign, which elevates it a bit further up from the D tier, which is where I was originally going to put it. The extinction game mode was pretty shit. It was pretty garbo. I didn't really play it. I didn't really enjoy it when I did play it. But I mean, yeah. COD Ghosts, it's not a bad game, but it's not a great game either. I'm popping it in the C tier. After COD Ghosts, we got Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, and I liked Advanced Warfare. Controversial, but I liked it. I think that it was stupid fun, and that's how I describe Advanced Warfare. It was just silly fun. You could jump a whole building, and it was, I don't know, something about that game was just a lot of fun. I think it's because it was the first instance of advanced movement. It was the first game of that sort of advanced movement era of Call of Duty, and in that sense it brought a lot of, it was just new, it was fresh, it was new, it elevated the series for me. Exo Zombies I thought was super fun as well. I don't know, it was controversial. A lot of people in the zombies community hated Exo Zombies. I liked it. I thought it was stupid fun as well. The campaign in Advanced Warfare is pretty shit. No, I mean, I wouldn't say shit. I would say it's okay. It was alright for what it was. It had Kevin Spacey in it. Kevin Spacey's a bit of a douchebag nowadays, though. I would say it was there. It was cool. It wasn't anything spectacular. So in that sense, the campaign doesn't really elevate the game as a whole. Advanced Warfare for me was a good game. I'd put it up there in the B tier with Call of Duty World at War. I think that it was a good game. After Advanced Warfare, we got Black Ops 3. Now, Black Ops 3 for me divides my own opinion. Black Ops 3 was a good Call of Duty game. It was a refined advanced movement. It brought in specialists, which at the time was dope. It was new, it was cool, it was fresh. But the campaign was so fucking garbage. If the campaign alone was its own thing, I'd pop it down there in the F tier. The campaign in Black Ops 3 was fucking shit. The zombies in Black Ops 3, I feel like for me at least, it was a bit too confusing. Maybe that's because I'm not really a zombies player, but Black Ops 3's campaign got zombies got real fucking weird and real confusing, to the point where I was like, I don't know what I'm doing on these maps. How do I get to the Pack-a-Punch? How do I get to the box? How do I get to the perks? It was like you had to do real in-depth research in order to just have fun and play on the zombies maps, which was rough. It was really rough. It kind of took away from the whole experience for me. But I know a lot of zombies people love Black Ops 3 zombies. I like Black Ops 3. I have Black Ops 3 on PC, and I love playing custom zombies on that, and it's super duper fun in that sense. So for me, the zombies on that game is good and bad, because like on PC you can get the custom maps, and that's super dope. But on just the base console version, it was a bit confusing to play. The thing with I'll jump back to multiplayer. The only thing with the multiplayer as well, people got so fucking annoying on multiplayer. Just like the people who grew up on the Call of Duty in the advanced movement era, like their instant reaction to getting shot is just jumping, and you're just like, oh fuck man, I gotta readjust my aim because this stupid ass is jetpacking everywhere. And that's when it got annoying, and that's when advanced movement got annoying, because everyone was just fucking bunny hopping, man. Every like, you even see it now with Black Ops 4. Every time you know that player was in the advanced movement era, because every time they get shot they fucking jump, and they can't jump high, so like you don't even need to adjust your aim that much, but they still fucking jump. It's their like twitch reaction to jump whenever they get shot, because of the advanced movement games, and because in the advanced movement games they could evade that gunfight and kind of readjust to make it in their favor. For me, Black Ops 3 was an okay game. It wasn't amazing, it wasn't like revolutionary, it was just refined, and that's the only thing about Black Ops 3. The supply drops and that whole thing in Black Ops 3 was fucking garbage. Like that whole system was fucked. The amount of duplicates you get in that game, the amount of pointless shit you get in those supply drops, and how hard it was to get DLC weapons, it was fucking ridiculous, man. In that sense, Black Ops 3, I'll put Black Ops 3 in the B tier. Like it's not Ghost level bad, and it's not Infinite Warfare level bad, but it's okay. It was okay. Speaking of Infinite Warfare, that game came next. Fuck it, it's garbage. I'm not gonna say anything more about it. It's in the F tier. Fuck that game so much. It's horrible. It's not Call of Duty. I refuse to call that game Call of Duty. If you took the Call of Duty title off of Infinite Warfare, you wouldn't think it's Call of Duty. That game is not Call of Duty. The amount of fucking sci-fi bullshit in that game is ridiculous. It just copy and pasted Black Ops 3's advanced movement and put it into their own game. There was a fucking dog. You could be a fucking robot dog. What kind of... I don't fucking... The campaign in that game was pretty good. It was alright. Like, it was Advanced Warfare level of good. But it's not enough. Fuck Infinite Warfare. Fuck that game. F tier. Then we got Call of Duty World War 2. I really liked that game. At the start of that game, it had a lot of problems in terms of servers and weapon balancing and stuff like that. It was very limited as well. The creator class wasn't as expansive as it once was. Like in the pick 10 system, it kind of reverted back to the old school. You didn't have a lot of perks. You could only hold one perk. I think the supply drop system in that game was okay as well. You had your contracts, which benefited it. You had your headquarters, which is pretty cool as well. A little hangout space for the community, which actually aided into why the servers were so bad, but they fixed it later on. The zombies in World War II was pretty bad. The campaign was pretty forgettable. But multiplayer alone, I think that game, that World War II kind of elevates it further past D tier. So I'd put World War II in C. I wouldn't say it's as good as Black Ops 3, even though I have problems with the way that people play Black Ops 3. It's my own thing. It's nothing. But World War 2 to me, it took a step back. It's the setting that we all wanted. We didn't want advanced movement again, which was it plus points for that. But it was just a bit too dumbed down for what we've had already. So yeah, C tier for World War 2. And now we're at the end of our Call of Duty tier list with Call of Duty Black Ops 4. You guys know my opinions on Black Ops 4 already, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. You know that I think that Black Ops 4 is a good game mechanically, but that's pretty much it. Black Ops 4 to me feels like just a copy and paste of Black Ops 3 without advanced movement. It didn't really change too much. It didn't really revolutionize the franchise. Yeah, you do have the ability to heal, but that's minuscule in terms of what all the Call of Duties before it have done in terms of revolutionizing the franchise. The zombies in Black Ops 4 is, I don't know. I haven't played it. I played the, is it the Ultimus storyline? Is it Ultimus? I don't fucking know. Whatever the maps that came out first when the game first launched, I've played those and they're pretty cool. But whatever came out of DLC, I'm not too keen on them. I don't really fucking care about whatever that story is. The Chaos storyline, I don't really care. But yeah, man, it's okay. I'd put Black Ops 4 in the C tier. It was a decent game. I don't know. People fucking love Black Ops 4. People love that game. I don't know. I can't see myself putting Black Ops 4 past C tier for me. Just the principle of that game, just what that game is. I can't do it. I can't put it in anywhere else. Yeah, I think I'm gonna rearrange it and put World at War in the C tier. And I think that'll more accurately represent what I've said after reviewing World at War. I'll go through my whole tier list again. So in the S tier, we got Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, and Black Ops 2. In the A tier, we got COD 4 and Modern Warfare 3. In the B tier, we have Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3. In the C tier, we got COD Ghosts, Call of Duty World War 2, Call of Duty Black Ops 4, and Call of Duty World at War. Nothing in the D tier, but in the F tier alone, where it should be, is Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Let me know what you guys think about my tier list in the comments down below. Let me know your tier list in the comments down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Click subscribe if you're new here to be up to date with my latest and greatest videos. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Hopefully I won't be as sick. Peace out.